This is a topic I keep seeing pop up on my timeline in social media, and something I realized I've experienced. I think I realized this a month or two ago. Obviously, it's one thing to be aware of certain traits or habits, assumptions, behaviors you've had before you came into astrology, obviously. So when you hear about your birth chart and the explanation of something, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that sounds familiar. Now, whether that was something that happened here or there, I am seeing an influx of people who have realized once they've gotten into the astrology space and they keep hearing about a certain placement and certain characteristics and behaviors, they start to realize that those same things start playing out in their reality a lot more. And I want to explain why that is. It's because you now have your awareness on said thing. I.e., I'll give an example from my personal experience. I always known that I've been, sensitive or emotional because I'm a Scorpio moon. But once I got into astrology and people love to talk about Scorpio moons, dissect them, whatever. I realized once I kept seeing more stuff about Scorpio moon and blah, 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 I realized that all of those things people were saying intensified. I was feeling so much deeper. I was so much more emotional. Even the more unpleasant Scorpio tendencies, which really wasn't a norm for me, but because I had claimed that as a part of my identity, I was experiencing it more. This is why they say, please be mindful what you are putting your awareness on. Make sure it is benefiting you, because let's just be honest, you're never really going to hear anything that positive about a Scorpio or a Scorpio moon. That's just not the narrative running around the astrology community. So, if you have that placement and you keep hearing unfavorable, negative, blah, blah, blah said about such placement, and you have it, you're like, oh shit, I have this placement. That's me, but that's not me. I'm not sure if that's me. I don't know if I'm like that. And the more repetition you keep saying, people saying the same things, your brain will be like, oh, remember when you did this, not even meaning that you had said trait. It's just that you're putting your awareness on it. So now your brain is filtering out proof because you're always right. If you're sitting here saying that you have all the qualities of a Scorpio moon, your brain, the reality, will prove you right. Now on the flip side, if you have a more quote unquote positive, maybe lighthearted placement, and you want to identify it with it, by all means, because you have proof of it, it's easier for you to identify as that because you already know that is you like that trait about you, so continue to keep identifying it. I sound like a broken record, but I think I'm just going to have to say this every day. Reality responds to your assumptions, beliefs, and identity. It doesn't give a fuck about your birth chart. That only becomes relevant unless you are now communicating to the universe that this is you, this is your truth. And the universe always says yes. It doesn't care. If this is what you believe is true, you will experience this. And this brings me to my next video's topic. Next, I will be talking about, let's say if you're following astrology and let's say you have a positive transit coming up. But let's say you experience the complete opposite and everyone else told you it'd be super beneficial and positive. And you're sitting here, well, what happened? And you're confused. I will give an answer for that as well. And spoiler alert, it comes down to identity.